Billy Quarantillo versus Alex Hernandez. This fight ended in if this fight ended in round three, it would have went exactly the way I thought it would have gone. But still, it was quite similar. Hernandez is a round one beast. He's such a good athlete, and I mean, I can't speak to how the weight cut affected his performance. I guess he can do that, but I have no reason to doubt. I have no reason to think this was a weight issue because it's looked similar, broadly speaking, to his other losses. Uh, he was taken out in round two. I don't think Hernandez has the gas to fight hard for 15 minutes. He can win a wrestling battle, fight really good opponents, Francisco Trinaldo, Olivier Aubin Mercier, a win that's gotten a lot better recently. But in a fight against Billy Quarantillo, where you're beating the shit out of each other, especially with a guy like Billy who only builds and builds, it spells trouble for a guy like Hernandez, who's one of those guys that may wilt in the middle of a fight. And Billy didn't look good at all. I mean, he looked covered in blood. He looked like Darren Elkins for like 5 minutes. Got the shit kicked out of him. Hernandez was looking awesome. And then Billy Quarantillo, I think precisely at the halfway point of the fight, at the 2.5 minute mark of round two, uh, decided to turn things up. And within a minute, maybe within 90 seconds, he found a finish. He started landing nice strikes on Alexander Hernandez. And Hernandez never recovered, and I think he felt it too. Felt the pressure from Billy, felt him gaining, and knew he was in store for a lot of trouble and pain over the course of the next 7 minutes. And within a minute, he was out of there. It was just an excellent performance from Billy Quarantillo. The guy is a savage. Like I said, even though he won in round two, I will bet on him to win in round three in every single fight. Round three, Billy Quarantillo, and I did so here. I also bet on him to win round two, which paid off. But round three would have been nicer, especially because that's his thing. That's his mo. He's the round three finisher, Billy Quarantillo. But still, in spirit, this was that type of fight where he just weathered the storm, got his ass kicked, and it was a comeback victory. One of his finest moments in the UFC. I guess it is his finest moment, I'd say, in the UFC. Although the loss to Shane Burgos is a very nice moment. But Billy, just man, the guy is a warrior, and if you don't get him out of there, which only one guy has done, he's fighting to the bitter end, and you're gonna need to shut him down and neutralize him for 15 minutes if you want to get out of there with your health, because if uh, if you're thrown down with Billy Quarantillo, especially for 15 minutes and inside of round three, you're gonna get hurt, you're gonna get beaten up. He's gonna drag you into a war. The guy's relentless. And he's clearly not the most powerful guy, but, that only helps his cardio, I want to say, and makes him such a relentless fighter. And this was just a picture perfect victory for Billy Quarantillo. And by perfect, I mean getting the living shit kicked out of him. But that only makes a fight perfect, in my opinion. Nothing better than a comeback. So his finest moment, another shitty loss for Hernandez, who is awesome. I really like Alex Hernandez. Going back to his shit talk, he was talking shit to Cowboy. I just said, I love this guy. He's an asshole. He's witty. He's clearly smart and articulate, but, and he puts it all on the line for our entertainment, which, he fell flat on his face in that Cowboy fight, and he's done so plenty of times since, although with no trash talk now. But, he needs to get his shit together here. This was a big move going down to 145, and he fought one of I don't know if you call Billy a contender or not, but he's clearly a tough fight for anybody. And now he's at the bottom of that division as well. He's underneath Billy anyway. So really tough for Alexander Hernandez. I think this fight puts the nail in the coffin on the championship hopes, if not, any other one of his losses. But this one certainly does. I think at 145 here, where his losses already put the nail in the coffin at 155. But still, he's an exciting fighter, and he's definitely UFC level. I think he takes a step down and gets another violent finish and stays in the mix because he's still a young enough guy. He's definitely got a career ahead of him as a fighter, but, fighting in the UFC, he's got to work on his cardio, and it may not even be a cardio issue. I feel like sometimes it's just, some guys have that in them where they're just they're not meant to fight hard for 15 minutes. Just the type of body you got or whatever. It's more of a physical thing. And that may be the case with Hernandez. But, I still want to see him fight, and I hope he has a long career in the UFC. Although, it's becoming doubtful with each fight. Like, share, subscribe, all that horse shit. Check out my other videos.